Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-December 2025, and I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Fool. We've got quite the openness on your end. Quite the open energy towards something. You're very well intended here in the direction that you're moving this energy towards. Hold on. I felt it. I want to see whose hair, Cosmo. When there's something and I pull it out, I want to see whose hair it is. Starting off the reading, you get the Six of Pentacles crossed by the Justice card. Yeah, this is an equal give and take type of an energy. It's a balanced energy, super nice. And I feel like it's an energy exchange here with somebody, or that's how you're intending it. In your focus, the High Priestess, you're super in tune with your intuition here. In the recent past, the Lovers, there's a connection here, very strong connection to someone. In your strength, the Empress. Yeah, again, very in tune with yourself, especially with that very nurturing side of you. It's coming out strong. Nice. What the hell is going on there? In the immediate future, the King of Cups. There you are, showing up with your heart open, heart on your sleeve and all. Supporting this reading, the Knight of Swords. You're taking all of this energy and you're directing it someplace right now. And I would assume we're talking about this connection here and that showed up in the recent past. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Ten of Swords. I have no idea what that is, but that's looking like all of this reading went in one direction, and then when it gets here, it's shifting someplace else. I would assume that's your fear, but it could be something else, because it's there. You're not seeing it necessarily, but it's flying around with all the other energies. So if that's your fear of things not working out in a situation, or you not being welcome with this open energy, or being rejected here, I would bring it more into my awareness if that was me. In your hopes and fears, the Five of Wands, there's a little bit of conflict there. I'm not sure if that's inner conflict, like your own conflict over something, or if it's an outer conflict. In the potential outcome, the Knight of Pentacles, your pace is slowing way down. You're slowing down big time. And I think it's intentional. I think you're like, whoa, slamming on those brakes a little bit there. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the Fool. The Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Oh, no, don't tell me this. Yeah, the energy is fucking amazing and it's flying around here, but you're telling me I'm not feeling it much. I'm not connected to it much. Why? As far as you're concerned, in the physical, you're kind of giving me an image of you kind of taking it easy, taking it slow, doing your thing, but not really feeling all of it. You're feeling a little bit of it, but not all that's at play here. Like your heart is open. You're feeling like, yeah, nice. Okay. Anyways, let's do the Six of Pentacles. The Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Empress. Yeah, definitely an energy exchange here. They're kind of in the same place in terms of not feeling it all. They're like, yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice and all. Okay. You don't have to feel it. It's fine. But it's here. If you were to truly focus on your heart here, you would probably feel all of this. For the Justice card, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Hierophant. Yeah, no, you're giving me a sense of, hey, no, even if I'm not feeling all of this surge of energy here, that doesn't mean that it's not good. It's still good. Everything's good here. Everything's balanced. Everything's, you know, the way it should be. It's fine. Okay. Let me see the High Priestess in your focus. You get the Temperance card, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Wands. You are in touch with your intuition. I feel like you are pouring your heart into something. I'm not sure if we're talking about this connection now. I think it's something that's meaningful to you personally. You're giving in a particular direction. There's quite the good energy you've got stored for this direction, and you're giving in that place, and you've been giving in that place for who knows how long, but you're getting tired of giving in that place. Even if, I'm not sure what the return is. Like for how much you're giving? I don't know. You're telling me that you're tired though. You're not telling me you're angry or frustrated or what the fuck, why am I giving here? No. It's just a sense of I'm just tired to give here. For the lovers in the recent past, you get the Hangman, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. That's a beautiful energy. That you have experienced this connection from that angle of just being with it, just experiencing it for what it is. And you're showing me a pretty important soul connection that probably brought all of this energy up for you, that you're very grateful for. So there's a lot of acknowledgement here of, hey, no, this is nice. This is nice. Let me see the Empress in your strength, the Chariot, the Moon, the Ten of Cups. There's a certain depth to it. That's the thing. So I see you tapped into this energy. You are tapped into this energy. You're just kind of juicing it. You're just kind of taking a little bit at a time almost from it. Almost like, I don't want to be fully in there. Like, I don't want to submerge into all of it. Because I don't know if you think that if you do feel all of this at once, it's too intense and it's too much. And it's going to go away super fast. And, you know, because it's like taking a little bit at a time. Which seems to work. It seems to work. I don't see a problem with this one. Okay. Let me do the King of Cups. It's like the way I view it here as an energy, it's like on levels, you know, levels of depth. And it's like all of it stands at the highest level of depth here with the energies that are around you. And you're tapping into just deep enough to take a little bit and then pull back into your reality and bring it into your reality. Just, again, it's doable. It's nice. I don't see any issue with that. It's just a lot of energy here that shows up at once. And I'm like, man, if you were to experience all of this at once, indeed, it would get very intense probably at some point. For the King of Cups in the immediate future, you get the... Where the fuck did Kai come from? Where was he? I've looked for him. Because I knew he was in this room, but I couldn't find him. And now he just popped up. Anyways, for the King of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Magician. You're manifesting something, and it's a nice manifestation and all. What you're missing in that manifestation, which is quite important, but you're telling me it's not a big deal, is including yourself a little more, you know, like a little more from the angle of putting yourself first. You're actually putting yourself a little to the side, not completely. So this manifestation means to me that I'm looking at these energies that you're manifesting something that includes something or someone else. And when it comes to you and your needs within this manifestation, it's like, it's okay if they don't get met 100%. 80%, okay, doable. And it's like, okay, but you're kind of putting yourself to the side there a little bit. Let's do the Knight of Swords. And that's Kai wanting to go out. Hold on, Bubba. Once I finish this reading. You can't ask to go out now. It's your reading. He's like, nope. Not claiming it. I'm out of here. For the Knight of Swords, in the supportive energies, you get the Five of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers. There's almost an aggressive type of, like a little bit of an aggressive type of an approach here. In the sense of when doing something for this connection in particular that shows up here that you're part of. Let's say you want to go on a vacation together, right? And you throw it out there like, hey, you know, can we do this for, and they're like, yeah, sure. And then you see that not a lot is coming out of it, just the idea being thrown out there. And you start getting a little more assertive, a little more like, okay, I made a list with everything we need. I booked the flight. I booked this. I booked, like you put everything in place. It's a little pushy, a little aggressive, but it is beneficial for this because if you wouldn't do this, nobody would. Of course, you're the one that came up with the idea to begin with, so, you know, it's on you to, it's not on you to plan everything, but it's on you to push it a little, to bring it to fruition, right? So it comes in a little aggressive, a little chop chop, I'm doing everything and I'm taking care of shit here, you know? So it's not that bad. It just shows up a little. You might be met with resistance here and there because it's a little, you know, you say, oh, I booked the flight. What? Why didn't you ask me? Maybe I wanted the, who knows, the other flight company, not the one you chose. I don't know. Or the seats, you know. Because, like, I get where you're coming from, but just so you know, you might be met with resistance here and there in whatever energy this is. For the Ten of Swords and the hidden energies, you get the Ace of Swords, the Hermit, the Two of Cups. But see, this is conflicting because at the same time, you want to take initiative for things. You want to take care of shit, but it's like, how much is too much? So that's where this is shown up, like a fear of yours that's kind of hidden by the looks of it. A fear of yours of, but what if I don't do that? Will I have regrets for not doing this, that, and the other? You know, I don't want to have those regrets. But at the same time, I'm scared to push it too much because then it becomes controlling and aggressive. And hey, we're going to do things this way. So whatever this is actually tapping into that fear there that you carry of, again, things you should have done. Or maybe did, and they were too much. Or, you know. So there's a fear there in the shadow of all of this. It's not for nothing that this energy is present of you buying the plane tickets and all of that. As to the Five of Wands in your hopes and fears, you get the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, the Devil. Man, with this one you're telling me, oh, and I can be nasty. You know, if they're coming at me with the sense of, oh, well, you should tell me about the booking of the plane tickets and all of that, oh, I can be nasty about that. You know? You're recognizing that about you. It's like if I'm being confronted there while taking initiative, so something's triggering for you in there. Good that you do, good that you don't. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But all of this has to do with your fear. Yeah, it brings out maybe some nasty part of you because you're not addressing that fear. You know? So in response to you doing something and then that being taken as maybe aggressive, maybe pushy, maybe controlling, it activates your fear. And that's why you can be nasty in case that happens. It's like, okay, this taps into my fear. So instead of me addressing my own fear, I'm going to be nasty to you because you said this and you said that and you activated my fucking fear. And I'm going to be nasty about it. So this all revolves around a fear of, again, stepping up, maybe not stepping up too much, regretting the things you should have done or shouldn't have. For the Knight of Pentacles in your potential outcome, you get the High Priestess, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Wands. I see you trying to slow down with something there. It's a little difficult because I also see your intuition at play. And your intuition is guiding you in that particular experience you're having there. So because of the circumstances you're dealing with, you're almost being forced to slow down. But your intuition is telling you, hey, no, pick up your pace a little bit. So it's a little challenging here. Because on one hand, the circumstances you're dealing with make it look like you should slow down. Your intuition is telling you just a little tiny bit. Just pick up your, just a notch. You know? So, yeah, it's a little challenging. I would listen to my intuition there. I don't know what you're going to do and, you know, what your stance is there. The circumstances around are going to adjust. But I see you adjusting to the circumstances while trying to keep up with your intuition. So, I don't know. I would listen to my intuition there. But let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Overall, you're giving me a good energy over not only yourself and your sense of confidence and approach over things here to this dynamic you have with another, but over this whole dynamic. There's a sense of happiness. There's a sense of, I got this. You know, on your end, there's a sense of, I got this. And then that leads everything to this bubble of happiness over this situation. It's just going to bring out some fears for you here and there, that's exactly what I see here. So just pay attention to those instead of being triggered and responding in a nasty way that we know you are able to do because we're all capable of that. There's a reason for it, you know, so, and it's usually fear. And given that it lands in the hidden energy, I'm like, okay, you're not seeing it, but you are being triggered and you respond in a kind of a way. And then it's like, instead of doing that, maybe figure out why you're doing that. Let's do the shamanic medicine. Oh, okay, that was fast. Flute, expression. Okay, but not in nasty ways. In nice ways. The shamanic flute is played with freedom. There are no rules or music scores to follow. It is played as an expression of one's soul as a direct connection with spirit. The free flow of communication has been missing from your life recently. You have found it hard to express yourself. Sitting out in nature with the shamanic flute will help you get things off your chest. As you play, allow the sounds to meander from your soul and the music will speak to you in ways you have never felt or heard before. Switch off from your mind and allow yourself to follow the sounds as they emerge through carved wood and the creative element of air. Flute urges you to fully express yourself as this will shift your consciousness. Instead of being stifled and trapped, your true essence will soon spring to life. As the freedom returns to your creative flow, a lively new enthusiasm for your passions will follow. Inspired action invokes your spiritual path. Now is not the time to hold back. Flute gives you express permission to speak your truth and to sway to your new tune. Rejoice to the song of life. Flute revealed. One of the oldest musical instruments in the world, the flute, was played by Egyptians, Sumerians, and the ancient Greeks, who all fashioned their instruments with 6-finger holes. Some of the oldest flutes, made of bone, were used in rituals for hunting and to call upon the deities. Today, the hunting melodies of the Native American and the Mesoamerica flute call to us, reminding us of our home within our heart. Other divinatory meanings. Express yourself. Give yourself permission to be you. Don't let others change you. Be proud of who you are and what you stand for. Practice speaking your truth, lovingly, in all situations. Get to know yourself as you take steps to rediscover who you truly are. Flute speaks. I offer healing through my sound. We work well together too, I found. Play with me amongst the trees, soulful tunes upon the breeze. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.